Alright guys, I figured I'd throw this on there. There's no videos really of this. Juke putting boost gauges on a pillar. They don't make a pillar for this. So I found these cups on Glow Shift, which are made to go on your dash pretty much. But I just put the gauge in and spun it, so I have to put the crack on the side there. You can't go through the back for the wire, so you go through there. I just pulled this pillar off the side. It just snaps on. There's these weird little hooks. This one survived. It's like a weird hook on, see that little hook on the end of the clip? I had to snip this one off. It wouldn't come out. This one here. But I think it's just there to let it hang if this airbag deploys. It dangles there. So if you can save them, save them. If not, maybe it'll blow off the pillar. But at any rate, I put these on sideways. I marked them out, got them laying right. You got to take the gauges on and off 100 times to get them where you want them. But basically, you know, I'm here. My next challenge was to get power to them and run my oil sensor, which is a big plug. I just passed it through right there. So it's a transducer plug, called an Eclipse plug, similar to what I use in refrigeration. So that has to make it through. What I did up here was I just bent the wire in half like this, about 3 inches long, you know, about like that long. And I pushed it down in here and it came around the back. I got the fuse panel off the side. You just pry that out from this side. There's 2 little tabs here. You got to kind of like pry it and pull them up and out. It passes right through behind this metal plate and then comes out on the bottom. I just fished it through with my fingers. Ran it down a hole inside, you can see down here, and that fit this transducer plug. Get a better shot of that. This one for your oil sensor if you put an oil gauge in. And then obviously I gotta wire it up per instructions. The way they want this is 1 wire hot all the time, the yellow wire. The red wire on an ignition the ignition source. In other words, when I turn the key on, it becomes hot. And then orange to headlight power. So when I turn my headlights on, that would pick up the signal, and then a ground. The red is for the power. The yellow is for the memory and to be able to select different colors. The gauges have, I believe, 7 colors or 9 colors that you can change the screen to. And then that yellow wire enables it, being hot all the time, to store the memory. So it'll be the same way when you got in as when you get in the car next time. If you hook up that yellow hot with the hot all the time, every time you shut the car off, it'll lose its program. So that's the deal with that. And the orange one, like I said, when that goes to the headlight source, when you turn on your headlights, it'll dim the gauge 30%. But that's the deal. And then I was worried about how am I going to get through the firewall. I started looking around, and there's actually a spare hole right next to, that's where all your wire harness goes through. Just to the passenger side, about 3 inches, there's another one. If you look from the firewall, it's an empty hole. So I used a 1/2 inch hole saw. Sorry, put the wrong thing down. I like these. They're made by Milwaukee. They're for doing like electrical knockouts. This is a 1/2 inch, so they have 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 1/8 is typical for electrical. But the thing I like about these, if you look right here, this ridge, when you drill through something, and this comes in one piece, it's bought just like this for an impact gun. You don't need to do anything with bits. That's how it comes, and that's it. Right here, if you see that ridge, when you drill through, it stops there. So it's basically, it's made for drilling into the side of like a breaker panel, where you don't want the drill to go flying inside and hit a bus bar or something, so you know, light you up. So anyway, this ridge stops. So it's good for this job, because if there were anything on the other side and I was to go through with a hole saw pushing on it, I could potentially ruin something under the hood. So these are great to have. I think you can get a set of 3 of these for like, I want to say like 12 bucks. Either Home Depot or Lowe's carries them. It's Milwaukee. they're pretty cool anyway. So by drilling that hole through, that gives me full access. I just got to put in, I lost my grommet right here. Just got to put in a 1/2-inch grommet, run my boost hose, my oil pressure line, and whatever power I need sourced outside from that. I'll do a follow-up video. Mom is home. My baby kit. What's up, buddy? Love that car. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. This is a Nissan Juke, by the way. If anybody didn't know, put a tune in it. Gauges. Be doing a bunch of upgrades, so I'm gonna start making some videos. I know Fast Religion has just about everything, but I'll do my own little clip, kind of different point of view, I guess. Maybe hit some things that weren't mentioned in their videos. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit, man.